Trendsetter here, AVN 2018. So blessed to be speaking to Miss Cali Carter. Cali, thank you so much for a few minutes of your time. It's greatly appreciated. How are you doing today? How are you enjoying the festivities here at AVN?
Pretty good so far. It's still a little early for me. I've been up since like 7 o'clock this morning. I had to get hair and makeup done, then I had a little bit of downtime, so going back up now. But overall, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving to see all the familiar faces this year, which is really, really awesome. And I'm staying super busy. So
talking about the familiar faces, you know, I always find it curious because we cover professional wrestling on the High Spot podcast.
Okay.
So like I always ask talent this, and as a performer, you see a lot of familiar faces, but what's it like for you to kind of engage your audience and kind of see them for the first time, or newcomers that have seen your work for the first time and wanting to show you the support? Is it sometimes like a little surreal to imagine that all these people are here to kind of see you?
No, because I don't feel like I'm as big of a star as I guess, quote unquote, that I am. I don't really realize it until like I even have like girls that come up and I try to introduce myself to them. They're like, of course I know who you are. I'm like, you do? Why would you know who I am? Like, I don't get it. So to me, I feel like I stay very humble. Oh my God. I might get interrupted for a quick second.
Kiss of Sins, everybody. Showing the love here at AVN.
Hello, come find you in a little bit.
She's amazing. We spoke to her at AVN as well. A great interview.
Exactly.
But,
she always has so much energy, running around, little bubbly little thing.
And when it comes to this business, what I appreciate most about it is that you guys go out and you're marketing yourselves, you're branding yourselves.
Yep.
And you're using social media a lot to that extent to do that.
Yes.
So what would you say your best advice would be, what you use your tools yourself to kind of help brand yourself so that Cali Carter has become well known?
I would say between Instagram, Snapchat. I usually use Snapchat first, and then I do whatever I want, and then I like the filters on that better, so that's usually where I go. Then I save the story, then I take it over to Instagram. I post on Instagram, and I post on Twitter. So between the three of those, I feel like I get a pretty broad fan base based off of just that, because I have people that only use Twitter, only use Instagram, or only use Snapchat. So that way I'm getting 3 different people like one time basically. So that's what I like to use.
Do you ever follow professional wrestling at all?
I don't believe so. I want to say I've watched it once before, but that's about it.
Okay, because in wrestling there's a thing called like when 2 performers are going to work for the first time ever. They've never really worked in the ring. They talk, and then once they get in the ring, they do what's called the lockup. They tie themselves together, and they say initially when that happens, when they hold each other like this to see how the story's going to progress in the ring, they can immediately tell we're going to have some chemistry in this match. It's going to be a good match.
Okay.
When it comes to doing your scenes and working for people maybe you haven't worked for in the past or they're brand new, what certain moment for you is like, well, you know what, that's it. There's going to be either a great scene or, you know what, there's going to be a lot of work involved here?
I can usually tell 2 different ways. Usually before the actual scene, any sex involved really gets started, I can tell if like the person's going to be really grabby and very like kind of aggressive. Then I'm like, hey, like slow down. Like we're going to be on set for 3-4 hours today. Like you can kind of slow your roll a little bit. And then that's where I know like it's going to be a little bit more work on my end to like kind of tame them. And then I have ones that are super professional to where they wait until like the whole time we'll just talk, we'll chat, we'll just be friends like this. And then all of a sudden the camera comes on and it's like me, him, like chemistry right away, bam. And you can usually tell by the when we do our sex still pictures. So we always do pictures before we actually have sex, yes. Which is amazing because then that way you can really like test each other out, see what angles work for you, what angles don't work for you. I would say that's definitely the moment where you get that like lockdown and you're like, okay, this is gonna work, or it's like, fuck, let's hurry up and get this fucking done.
Now, another thing that I respect a lot about you guys have a very hectic work schedule. I mean, a lot of it you guys base on yourselves and how you want to schedule yourself sometimes.
Yes.
But at the same time, too, it's still pretty strenuous. So when it comes to shooting and doing things like that, what do you do for downtime? What do you do to kind of relax a little bit besides work out?
I was going to say, honestly, I don't like relax. I'm a busybody from like start to finish, like ready, set, go all the time. And yeah, it's usually pretty good. Like I like to do house projects and stuff, so I don't really relax. I'm just a busybody.
So for somebody like me, I'm trying to get in shape. Obviously, it's the new year. Always make resolutions. I feel I'm okay, but I want to get that extra edge. Is it really about 80% diet, 20%
100%. Yeah, exactly. I can kick my ass off in the gym, but if I'm going home and eating like shit, I'm not going to ever see results. So, but it's a lifestyle you have to change into. You have to enjoy eating healthy foods and stuff.
Well, Cali, I've enjoyed speaking to you for the few minutes that I have. You know, a lot of people say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I don't believe any of that stuff. I think it's all a bunch of phony baloney. So what I want to do is invite you into an elite crew, initiation of you would say.
Okay.
So all you have to do is put your middle finger, ring finger, and thumb together like this. Okay. Touch. And now what that means in front of the camera and for everybody watching this on our YouTube channel, Adventures of the Trendsetter, you are now part of the crew, meaning
Yay!
that everybody here will support you, they will behind you, and we will always have your back. So thank you so much.
Aw, thank you guys.
Cali Carter, ladies and gentlemen.